Well, we don't shy away from having conversations about mental health like we used to, but we can always deepen those conversations and overcome mental health stigmas that still exist. Our next guest is Natasha A. Pierre. She is a mental health coach, an educator, and is using her own journey to support others. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So you have so many different, I should say, identities,
Yes.
things that you've also been diagnosed with along the way,
Yeah.
and those have all come together as part of your journey.
Absolutely. You know, growing up, mental health and definitely mental illness were not discussed in my home. They were not discussed in the culture. The response to any emotional or psychological instability was one of three things. You need to pray about it, fast and pray. You need to suck it up and move on.
I've heard that one.
Absolutely. Or you need to just purge, just cleanse your gut. But the reality is that when we respond to mental health and any challenge in that way, what came first for me and for many people is the shame and the stigma. And then when you layer multiple identities on top of that, then we experience mental health and the support differently.
So you have multiple identities and you have multiple perspectives and you're trying to deal with your own situation, and you've got all this other stuff, and what we have to look at is that intersectionality. How does that come into play in different therapies?
Yeah, when it comes to mental health, there is no one size fits all because we aren't one size fits all. So intersectionality makes room and space for the multiple identities that we have, and race and gender, that's just two. When you add age and religion and culture and ability, then you're looking at an entirely different way that a person might approach care. When you add industry and profession, a mom versus a sheriff deputy, now you're looking at people who may be hesitant to receive the care that's available just out of fear of shame and stigma once again.
Because it's almost like you feel like you have to play a certain role.
Absolutely.
All those different types of examples you gave, it's like, well, I'm this person, I identify as this, so I have to behave like this. And like you said, you might not reach out when you need to.
Exactly, yeah. You know, for many people, the time from when they recognize that they need additional support to when they actually get it is so long. Sometimes it's years because they've got to work through that shame and self-stigma before they can actually verbalize, I need help.
What made the difference for you? When did you start to realize I can do this, I can conquer the things that I'm dealing with?
You know what, I think it's an ongoing journey. Every day I wake up, it's like, all right, Natasha, there's another opportunity for you to seek help in this way. I think it's ongoing, it's never ending. And again, we're talking about mental health. I also have a mental illness diagnosis, but mental health, that's 5 in 5 people because we all have a mind and we're ever evolving. We're experiencing different things every day, whether it's grief or overwhelm, stress, the loss of a pet. These are all things that can affect us emotionally and psychologically, and there's no shame in it. Mental health is health.
And we all deal with things in a different way, whether it's push it down, talk about it, and there are going to be different paths for healing for each individual. What do you want our viewers to take away from this, Natasha, and really feel like, okay, yes, inspired by you and how to get support?
Yeah, great question. Mental health is health, and you're not alone. No matter how unique you think your experience is and the pain that you feel is, there are many people who are also experiencing it. I know we're 5 years away from the pandemic, but there are many people who are still in active grief, people who are still mourning the things they lost, the people they lost during that time. And fortunately and unfortunately, we have more resources that can help, so please reach out.
Thanks so much, Natasha A. Pierre.
Thank you.
We appreciate your time, and also we can find you online. And just all the best to you, and love that you're supporting other people, knowing, hey, I've been there. You can overcome this. You're not alone. Great message.
Absolutely. Thank you.